mine, and I'm here to second that nomination. The biggest issue we deal with in this country right now is federalism and the encroachment of the federal government and the fiscal responsibility that's taking place there. And Ken Ivory is the man that we need to have representing your district to support the efforts that we have to push back on the federal government and bring back fiscal conservatism. And I encourage you to vote for Ken.
I'm tremendously honored to have the endorsement of Congressman Chaffetz and our state representatives. You've seen them on my endorsement side as well. I want to first, having been in this a little bit for a little while here, what a great sacrifice and a great commitment it is to be in public office. And I'd like to publicly thank Representative Mascaro for his service. This is a tremendous sacrifice and a commitment to do this, and I'm honored to have this opportunity. We've talked in your homes, we've talked in your businesses about getting the big ones right. As Senator Niederhauser mentioned, federalism. We started out with 13 free and independent states that formed a federal government and said, you have those 18 powers in Article 1, Section 8. 10th Amendment, everything else is reserved to the states. Look where we are now, $13 trillion in debt. $2 trillion we're going to overspend this year. There was a report from the GAO, the Independent Government Accountability Office, just this week that said within less than 10 years, there will be no money left to run the government. It will all go to Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and the interest on the debt. Why does that matter to Utah? 50% of our budget in the state of Utah comes from the federal government. I don't know about you, but I'm running for my children. I cannot imagine that we're going to kick that can down the road, 50% of our budget coming from an entity that's out of money, that is going to extend and pretend we simply cannot. We can't allow them to control 70% of our land, $1 trillion of our resources that could go to fund our education. Education's another big one that we have to get right. Right now in the state, 50% of the money that we send for education is earmarked. We're handcuffing our principals, teachers, and parents. We need to take those handcuffs off and allow the principals, the teachers, and the parents to educate those that they love most and know best in the schools. We have to get that right. We have the greatest resource in the state of Utah, the youngest population per capita in the United States of America. And in a graying, baby booming population, that is our economic advantage. That is our economic security. That is our social security. We have to get that right. Third big issue that we have to get right. In the midst of what's coming, in the midst of what's out there, we're Utah. We're Utah. We know hard work. We know sacrifice. We know the people that came to this desert turned it into a garden with nothing. They came to this desert, and in their poverty, they built schools. They built universities. They knew sacrifice. Right here in Utah, we have the most charitable people by more than double the national average. We can do these big things. We have to increase the tax base, not increase the taxes. We have to grow the economy, not grow the government. The government has grown by 9% a year over the last 9 years. It's time to get these big ones right.
1 minute.
1 minute. I ask for your vote. More importantly, I ask for your commitment. You're not going to send Ken Ivory up to the hill and have him solve all the problems. It's going to be you and your 100, you and your 100, you and your 100. Together, we're going to take on these big things. And now is the time that we get these big things right. I'm asking for your vote. I'm asking for the job to be your representative in the state of Utah. Thank you.